So I am going to take a quick peek actually on the bees and give them a pollen patty, because we either had some of the bees either swarm, but I also know that I am fighting some pest issues as well. There were some hive beetles in there, so I put some oil on the bottom of the tray, and I'm going to get the hive beetle traps to stick in there as well. And then I gave them a heavy feed of the sugar water, a 50-50 concentration of sugar water, as per Lead Farmer's advice, Lead Farmer 73 is advice, to try to get them fat enough so that the queen will start to lay again. And I have to really re-identify where this queen is. I'm hoping she didn't go off with the swarm, but when I looked at it yesterday, there were some like the baby larvae in there, the bee larvae in there, so I'm assuming there is a queen still in there somewhere. Just have to pinpoint where she's at. She might be kind of small and not as big as the other one that I was able to spot the last time, but we'll see. Let me go get the pollen patty, and then we can go ahead and take this stuff off, kind of get you see where I'm at, and any advice would be great, because this beekeeping I'm still new at. All right, so here is the hive. And got some dye back, but you can see the one came out. So I'm going to take the top off. It's going to be interesting to do. Alright, so to not aggravate them too much, I have putting the pollen patty over here for them to pick at. And I don't have my smoker handy, so don't want to piss them off too much because I don't want to get stung. But pollen patties on there. I put some of the peppermint leaves on there because it seems to be semi-deterring the beetles. Now there's also an ant issue in here that I do need to figure out how to remediate. But in the interim, getting them fed, they can get fat. And let me close this up before one of these suckers try to sting me. There they go. Now it does look like they went through half of the feed that I gave them yesterday, because that jar was actually probably 3/4 of the way full. So leaving it in there, I might put some DE or the diatomaceous whatever earth thingy around here to kind of keep the bugs at bay, the ants at bay anyway. So I don't know if you guys can see some of the ants running around, but I'm going to cover this back up and let them feast on their food. And that is that. It's back on, and they're starting to hover because they didn't like me being too close. Normally I would smoke before I open up, but I don't feel like bothering them too much since I smoked them yesterday. And yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just giving them a quick bout of food, and don't really want to smoke them like that. I think that's kind of cruel, to be honest with you. I know it kind of calms them down or whatever, but I don't want to have to keep constantly smoking them if I don't have to. Simply just putting food, and I'm in their flight pattern, so I'm probably pissing them off even more. I see them flying past me, which is kind of comical, to go back in and some coming out. But that's promising because I haven't really been seeing a lot of them going in and out like I used to. So hoping the food will get them. Yeah. Hoping the food will get them going and get them situated and get them happy, get them producing and laying more eggs, get the bugs under control. Like I said, I've got the hive beetle traps coming in. I did put some oil on the bottom tray, but I have some hive beetle traps that's going to go in the actual top part in the brood box, so they can be attacked top and bottom. And then I will have, probably by the end of the week, the strip for the mites, and kind of keep that going for 10 days, and then do the other one for another 10 days, and hopefully that'll keep it down as well, and just constantly keep feeding them. And I will actually check the patty, the bee patty, to make sure that there are no hive beetle larvae that gets into that, as I heard that's an issue too in my research. So we shall see how it goes. And the lovely beetles again with their noise. We shall see how it goes, and any insight, any suggestions, drop it in the comments for me. Like I said, I am still new to this beekeeping thing, and I didn't get nearly as much honey as I anticipated, but I will try again in the spring. But I just want to make sure that I have enough bees to get them through the winter, so I don't have a serious die off in the winter or have to redo this hive again in the spring. So that's my primary focus right now, is getting that queen fed fat, getting the worker bees fed fat so the queen can start laying. And they have honey stores down there, but if they start laying, a good amount, then hopefully I can put the other honey thing up top. Yes, it is another name for the box. I can't think of it at the moment. Not the brood box, but the super on top, and see if they'll start to store honey between the feeds and the patty. And there's still plenty of stuff going on. We still have a good, the heat is nice out here. The weather is nice. There's still a lot of things blooming. I'm still growing stuff for the fall, so that's going to be blooming. And they've got plenty to eat here, plenty to eat in the neighborhood. So, and we'll see. Fingers crossed. Any suggestions, assistance would be great. All right, remember to hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, leave me some comments, give me some pointers. Thank you.